they're attacking your rooks, threaten a queen. If they're attacking your queen, threaten checkmate and pawn. And in all cases, you can counterattack with check as an in-between move. Counterattack, the #1 tool, recommended by grandmasters.
It's really all about your diet. You know, you are what you study. And if you study great players, you play great chess. Playing Blitz with Hikaru Nakamura, or regularly playing Blitz with someone who literally shows you glaringly what you're doing wrong like that. There is no substitute for the old-fashioned, you know, just getting slapped across the face when you make the mistake. Just no substitute.
The problem is that right now, I believe that Ron is the better player, and nothing's going to change that. The only person that can change that is right here. If you honestly put anyone on a pedestal, then you're already going to have an experience. You're going to have some difficult experiences against opponents. If you put anyone on a pedestal, then you might as well just hang it up, because you're not going to be able to beat them. You have to take the bull by the horns, find their faults. They are human like anyone else. And that's all you have to do, is raise yourself up. A certain comfort zone soar toward playing correctly, grabbing space, an equal amount of space, having equal chances to win, not letting yourself fall behind in any manner, way, shape, or form by gambiting a pawn unsoundly, like in the Stafford Gambit, but simply playing good chess. There's so many people out there who are studying openings instead of learning how to win the game. In other words, if you are studying the London or any opening variation, how much will that really reward you toward winning a game versus learning specific strategic methods, maneuvers, plays, or honing your endgame skills toward pocketing further points and thereby gaining rating points. I cannot Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. I'm actually hoping that there is a game going on, or that there will be a game for us. Excellent. Yes, we're going with the morning sunrise. So where are we? I haven't played F4 in a while, as I like to attempt to take advantage of some of these players who don't put a pawn in the center. This is the Black Lion defense, not a defense that I would recommend to anyone, not even if I dislike them. Wow. Always take your center pawn, by the way. Don't give anyone 2 center pawns. That's not cool. That's not exactly the way it's supposed to go. Do I wish to play it that way? Let's use the open file, since we seem to not be getting any c5 action. And we will shift across in one way, shape, or form. Where is that knight going? Is it going to h5? Is it going to e4? Let's just pretend as though nothing's being attacked. How about that? As it is not. Fine. Still pretending as though nothing is attacked. Wow. Are you serious, folks? Okay, I'm game. I want to know what's going on. My queen is here. I agree. It does look awkward. It does indeed look very, very awkward. Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. I may have to relocate. Let's just play a moment of all right, fine. Somehow I knew that was coming. It still doesn't alleviate the problem on the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin is the fact that I am up a pawn. And now I'm threatening a bishop in the center of the board. And more is being threatened. The piece coordination.
Matchalada Bob
said, "Good morning, sir. How are you?"
Where are you headed with that? I'm just going to give you a little checkup here. Another checkup. Followed by another checkup. No threats here. No threats. Still no threats. Never believe your opponent. Matcha Latte Bob, good morning, sir. The 5 a.m. stream may have met its match, unless I start really living on European time. The 5 a.m. stream, I'm afraid, is not happening. Yes. So here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Am I worried about anything? Looks like there's plenty to be worried about in this position. Plenty to be disturbed about. Well, that's interesting. Oh no, it was not a free night. Unless he hallucinates what I hallucinated. Which he did. He hallucinated the same exact thing that I hallucinated, which was that pawn takes rook h7 as mate. The only problem is that it's not mate. Unfortunately, and now it is mate. Moment of truth. Here a check, there a check. We're just here to read the meter. No time for the old in-out, love. That's very clever. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Just a few more where that came from. Oh, isn't that clever? Fine. I should have put the other knight up there anyway. I should have put the other knight to work in any event. There's only one move in this position. Oh no! No! His choice of mates. Not the most exciting one. Not the most exciting mate. I was hoping for f8, knight h7 mate. Knight g8-7 mate. Let's get some tunes going. And I do have to check yesterday's stream for the copyrighted material that was apparently leaked. I don't know what it was. Multiple instances of copyrighted material. And these NCS playlists on Spotify are very poorly done. UPenn. We're not fooling around against UPenn. He has a massive plus score against us. 17.5, 17.5. That is a massive plus score. Never give up the E5 square against the London, by the way. Never, ever, ever give up the E5 square against the London. Our pawn only goes as far as D6 against the London. You know, I was wondering what he could possibly be thinking. What could he possibly be thinking when he's hesitating that long? You'd think that he hadn't studied his London theory for some strange reason. And we're still not giving up the square at all again, at all again. Yes, you can have E4. I was wrong. Is he winning a pawn out of this deal? It looks like he is, and I should have played B5 straight away there. Knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. No reason to impair. Our playing ability. He's getting a pawn, 2 pawns out of the deal. We'll see what he gets. Just a moment here, in just a moment here. Yeah, he might be getting a 3rd pawn. Doesn't stop me from taking that pawn, by the way. Doesn't stop me at all. We need to get these pawns moving. That's all there is to it. And are we trapping that knight at all? Let's just pretend as though we're not. Pretend as though we're not trapping that knight. How about that? As long as we have an outside pawn, we are usually good to go. Let's see what we can gain out of this. I think we have another one where that came from. Just another one where that one came from. Should we go for the mate? It looks like there might be a mate in here. He didn't give his bishop any room. He was supposed to give his bishop room with f5. He didn't see my threat. You Penn, what's going on, man? You Penn graduated in '07. I'm going to have to look back to see who graduated in '07. Class of 2007. I don't think I have a choice. And now, do I want my rook trapped in there? I don't think so. Making every effort to trap this knight. Still trapping the knight here.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, "Good morning."
Not sure where he thinks he's going at this pace. Not sure I would have wasted all that time trying to prepare to play a position a rook down. Are we really practicing to play a rook down? Or do we just hate losing any one particular game that much? Arsenal fan Richie, good morning. Sorry for the delayed response there.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, I can relate.
Chat settings. All right, Pillsbury, let's see what you've got. We're going with a classical chess education here. Trying to close some things. So we had a power outage in the neighborhood yesterday. It was very strange. What? Do I go with the bishop g4 line, or do we go with the new stuff? There is new stuff that I wanted to try.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, been studying a bit of Gary. I have been really enjoying Nahdorf despite playing it poorly, so thought I'd check some of his games from book Fighting Chess. Gary Kasparov 1999-2005. Very interesting seeing how deep the games between he and Topalov were.
They were rather incredible, right?
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, robot voice go brrrrrr.
Brr. How did I know he was going to do that for me? We'll give him a brief checkup. Yes, I may be down a pawn here, but
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, maybe RF1 was accurate stopping KG1.
I'm not sure what was more accurate, but we've got a very traditional position here with
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, got holding Chakneys here now yet.
we just need you over there, over there. We just need you over there, over there. Oh, no. Did I really do that, folks? Let's see what he goes for.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. This was a really strong hold.
Arsenal fan
Thank
Ricky.
you, sir.
Said. Thought you were busted.
I'm always busted, you know that. You know that I'm always busted. I am always busted. Always busted. That's my life. I'm always busted, folks. Pillsbury is like tremendously stronger than I am. The only thing I have on him is experience, perhaps. Because I have a
Arsenal
feeling
fan
that he's
Ricky.
young.
Said. Me too.
So,
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Except the experience part.
we need to play e4. That was a very tough game yesterday, 1-1.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I think the only thing I have on Pillsbury is I have more hate in my heart, which sometimes helps in chess but Vinnick style.
More hate in my heart. Ah, yes. We gave him a test of the emergency dragon system. He did not pass the test.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Fisher concurs.
Pre-move knight takes c6.
Arsenal
I
fan
guess
Ricky.
not.
Said. Was it Reshevsky he beat with this?
No, are you thinking about the Smigan variation with bishop takes f7 check after e5, knight e8? What am I worried about here?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I was thinking of the ne6 smothering queen idea.
Yeah, that was from the Accelerated Dragon. That was from the Accelerated Dragon. As I'm thinking of that game, right? Let's throw another piece of wood on the fire. Oh.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Mutes himself.
Indeed. It's better to have slimed and lost than to have never been slimed at all. Better to have slimed and lost than never to have slimed at all.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. He might need some night nurse after that one.
I think he's going to his local, I believe he's going to his local massage therapist. What we're up to? We're up to D4 now. Did F4, E4,
Arsenal fan
D4.
Ricky.
This is our third white.
Said. Anesthetist.
Well, just interesting. Can I go in this direction? I don't think so. Since I seem to be safe. I don't know if I can take twice here. Let's see what we get here, what we get here. I'm going to keep the two bishops, keep the two bishops, keep the two bishops.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Oops.
Said. Can I ask what was wrong with 7dxe5 forcing queen exchange? I would think would be good for you given how weak f7 was.
You're absolutely right, sir. You, sir, are absolutely correct. Oh no. Oh no, did I do that to myself? I did
Arsenal
do
fan
that
Ricky.
to myself.
Said. It's okay.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Bx f6 1 pawn.
Oh no! Alright, Pillsbury. I know when I'm beat. I am not going to practice that position back. Let's go back for a moment.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said.
Oh,
Bx
in the other,
f6
in the
after
other
f6
line.
g6 undefended.
Right here. Thank you so much. Yes, I missed this completely. I missed this completely.
Arsenal
Just taking
fan
it
Ricky.
immediately.
Said. Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with it. You don't even need to couch those words, sir. All you need to do is say, I believe you missed. Because I did. But I like my position here nonetheless. I do. I like my position here nonetheless. Oops, it doesn't like bishop e2. I should play queen takes d8 check first and then bishop e2. I was thinking that he was activating my rook. But he doesn't have to trade. And so because he trades, I'm back in order. I didn't think that he didn't have to trade.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I don't like saying things like that cause it's negative. I usually ask and try and soften the question cause often I miss it myself.
Thank you, Richie, indeed. So I'm already in trouble. Now he weakened that. Rook to g1 because I wanted g7. And this was a bad idea, huh? I should have kept the thing going. Oh, he hung a pawn on this side. So silly of me. Ye gods. And from there, I never recovered. I just lost a pizza. So apparently, I'm okay here. F6 question mark. Bishop takes F6, of course. Won a pawn. You said that. Nicely done, everyone. What is my record with Pillsbury? It's quite terrible, actually.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Almost double.
Said. Grats to Pillsbury.
Arsenal
Welcome
fan
back.
Ricky.
I always welcome Pillsbury.
Wow.
No, I've made a lot of recovery, too. There was a time when he had me like 40 to 1. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what it felt like. He had me 40 to 1. I have won the vast majority of the encounters in recent days. At one time, I think I even drove him below 2200. Yeah, this is me. I'm winning the... and it's even better before that. Like, this was the recovery. What is that? In the past, how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the last 11 games.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. You getting him in end games more than.
Indeed, yeah. I think so. We need to head over to our next event, which is the Rapid. And let's check out Katrīna, Amerika. What a name, right? Only someone from Latvia would have the name Amerika. I mean, during the summer that's coming up, I may get super ambitious with the instructional streams. Trying to highlight a lot of these players that wouldn't otherwise be highlighted.
Said. I guess it could be Latin descent, i.e. Amerigo, which is popular Spanish origin name.
So do you think she has mixed parenthood, maybe? The father/mother.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Perhaps.
That would make sense. Although Latvia does have a lot of fondness for. Let's see, search Google for or Google Translate. Interesting. Checking the images. She's very young. I guess she only just turned 35. Now that I look at the Wikipedia. That's crazy. Alright, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we need to get this one out. In 6 minutes. Control C, message all members. And put the link there for a nice change of pace. Make sure we're registered. Throw it out there in the dojo. If you're not already mentioned, if any viewers are not already in the dojo, we are in the rapid and classical. And we have bullet coming up, I believe, at 8:15. And I'm at my all-time high rating. That's craziness. Fairly certain. Oh no, I take that back. I apparently reached 2138. I definitely knew that higher than 2100 was my peak, but current streak, 1 loss. Probably from yesterday. Computer analysis available. Here we go. Tony
Arsenal
the man.
fan Ricky.
Said, I apologize for never playing the bullet ones, but I had a bullet goal, hit it and stopped playing for good. I don't think it helps me.
Well, I kind of disagree. If you want to study an opening, by the way, if you wish to study an opening,
Said,
2+1.
I was at peak bullet rating and dropped again.
Dropped again, huh? All right, why did I flip this board? I was black.
Pegasus Sway.
Said, Shamrock 50.
Namaste so much. Thank you, Pegasus. You are the man, one of the legends. I think I've...
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, BF1 Tony wins almost by force.
Wins almost by force. You have not seen the Magnus Carlsen versus Gukesh game then. I think it's actually quite equal.
Arsenal
if we check
fan
the
Ricky.
engine.
Said, it does. I play this as black.
I disagree. I think that it's just slightly worse for black at best. At best, it's slightly worse for black. Let's go, even though this game doesn't require a computer analysis.
Pegasus Sway.
Said, is it bullet?
Pegasus Sway.
This game is bullet.
Said,
Yes.
no.
No, it's rapid. We're in the rapid arena, Ron. You get to clobber me as usual. So it's at worst slightly better.
Machalata Bob.
Said, I can't even hold 2,100 anymore.
Well, there's a reason for that. You're not quite there yet. Bishop takes b5. This is Gukesh Carlsen. Bishop to b7, d4. Did he play e takes d4? I do kind of like the chances after queen e7 in that position. So it's in this moment that Gukesh flinched and moved his knight backwards. But queen h5 keeps a little bit of the pressure on.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said, Machalata Bob, it's just a number, don't let it get you down, especially given Lycus rating deflation is real.
Machalata Bob.
Exactly.
Said, at least I am holding in 2080.
Did you see my short yesterday, Bob? I actually produced a short yesterday on the same subject. Talking about how these are only averages. We'll just go with the computer analysis here for the most part. Like, to tell you the truth, there's a lot of practical chances in this line. There are so many practical chances in this line. Whoop, Charles is in early. I wonder if I'm getting him, or if I'm getting pairings by rating. Charles has dropped a bit. We did get one good clip earlier. I did notice that when I have playing clips where I talk about something going on in the game, those get a lot more views and a lot more followers when I show chess itself rather than talk about chess. So here we are. And this view, of course, is better than if I blow up the screen with one big board. I can't fit the whole board onto the screen. So this is actually the perfectly sized board to be able to create a clip. Let's give him a traditional Scandinavian. Not the center counter, but the Scandinavian. This is the real Scandinavian defense with knight f6. Somehow I don't trust this matchup. Let's go with the NCS Classics. Oh, I forgot that I berserked. I better actually pay attention. Do not attack my queen.
Matchaladabob.
Said. How much rating deflation has Lycus had? I feel like it is inflating as opponents my rating are easier.
It is inflating my opponent. My rating is easier. Well, this is interesting. We're going to accomplish something out of this, it seems. I was hoping for King D1 in the previous position, by the way. Capablanca Adams. 3 knights game. Now we can develop our pieces appropriately. Just in case you have any funny ideas.
Pegasus sway.
Said. Oh crap.
Indeed. One minute and 36 seconds to detonation. Don't let me down. Oh no, my bishop. I won't waste no time. One minute and 22 seconds to detonation. I have to remember that I berserked here. I am just very lucky. Thank you again, Ron, for the 59 months. Soon it will be 5 years of subscriptions. Is that craziness or what? Are we getting there? It seems we will.
Pegasus Sway.
Said. OMG.
I know, right? And I haven't visited you yet. So this summer, I don't know. Actually, I should find out from you what dates are best. You'd sent me tournament notifications from the Vajo Chess Club. So do I take that or do I take that? Let's take this. So we're not just trading pieces, trading pieces, trading pieces, trading pieces. And thunder. He's not going to move his knight, is he? So where can his queen go? No! Well, I think he resigned a little prematurely. I wasn't necessarily thinking that I was going to take the queen right away. All of my pieces were better than the rooks, so I didn't really want to give up my bishop for the queen. And then Charles did get Arsenal fan Richie. Don't you love the analysis board being a slightly separate color? So what's happening here? We have a strong knight for black, 3 minor pieces, an exchange. So white is up the exchange, but that strong knight needed to be kept. What are we up to here? C4? I think we hit Champion Baku with knight C3 yesterday. The Kara's defense, bishop to b4 check. Which, of course, when I originally thought it up, I thought I was being original. So most people choose the knight f6, e6 move order to propagate. White playing knight f3 before going into the queen's gambit declined. That is the usual move order to avoid these exchange variation bishop g5 lines. Knight f6, e6 on the first move, waiting for 3, knight f3, and then, only then, going into the queen's gambit declined. This is very early, but I can't think of a reason why I'd want to. This one's always intriguing to me when the bishop's on e6, right? And he wants to play his pawn to c5 in one go. I think rook to d1 was also an option in that position. Just to keep the pressure on the d5 pawn. What in the world is going on here? I knew that was matcha latte, Bob. How are you, sir? Let me check my WhatsApp to see what's going on. Let's go for it. Let's go for it now. Let's go for it now. Where are you now? Where are you now? As much as I wanted to play the queen to g6, it seemed like I was in trouble. All right, so now it is an exchange. but it's about to be two minor pieces for a rook. Mhm. Can it be just an exchange? I think it could be just an exchange, and we have. I wanted to play knight takes d5. Probably better and probably safer, but let's keep all of his stuff very passive in case we get more out of it than we could.
Let's get ready to rumble!
That is Ron's fight song.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go! Let's go!
Was he offering me a draw? I missed it. I missed it, by the way, if he was offering me a draw. Are we dead even, Champion Baku? No. You have a massive score on me. Thank you, Ron, for the never back down, never what. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, never back down, never what was Matcha Latte Bob. Yeah, the queen and knight are a better attacking combo than.
Matchaladabob.
Said. Matchaladabob said Sir 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 Matchaladabob said Sir.
Matchaladabob.
Don't do that again.
Sorry.
Let's not do that one again. We have to be supremely patient with this fellow. Oh, you did it a little early. Just a little early. Oh, you got that? You've got that? streets are empty. That was the thing Queen F7 could I have done without? I don't know. He slimed me so good, it seemed. I didn't need to take the knight. I could have played almost anything. Rook to E1, probably. Then rook to E7. Nicely done, champion Baku. Tonight. What are we going to do with Stefano? Let's play the Budapest. We haven't played the Budapest in a long time. I think I'm supposed to play bishop to c5 before he goes into this here. Now we have the rook a6 ideas coming in with the transfer of the rook to the king side. What can I do with him? Let's just play for the open file. Now I'm kind of regretting. Well, he gave up the bishop pair that easily, eh? Where are you headed? I don't know. Where are you headed? I don't know. All right, moment of truth here. As much as I want to play for oh no, did I really do that to myself? I did do that to myself. I was going to play bishop f8. This is not good. Darn it. Queen g5, queen h4. Both moves would have been better instead of d6. d6 was a terribly natural move. Absolutely horrible. Go ahead and make my day, 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 make my day. He's winning material left and right. I shouldn't have bothered his rook. Why did I push his rook over there? That is so silly. I should have just played a normal move. I am losing to Stefano. How am I doing against Stefano overall? I have a slight plus score. Yeah, there's no stopping it. D6 screwed me over.
Machalata Bob.
Said. Oh boy.
What in the world? This is the Icelandic Gambit. But he let me get d4 in, so that was kind of him. Alright, so now my extra pawn means what? What are you doing, Matcha? Matcha? What are you doing? Let's see what gives. Do we wish to? Yeah, e4. I've run the gamut. I've done f4. Oh, I haven't done knight f3 on the first move. All right, Tony. Let's see what Tony's got. Tony Miles, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start tagging those weakened pawns on that side of the board. Oh my god. Is he going to weaken some more squares? It looks like he is. But that's okay by me. I thought you might go there too. Ron is a true believer in my method of playing dubious chess. There's no doubt about it. Dubious Chess 101. So here check, there check, everywhere check, check. We needed more attackers. We need more attackers, more attackers, more attackers. Let's go for it. Oh, Ron. I was tempted to play immediately without simplification. He's going for the slime. He's going for the slime. Ron was going for the slime. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You had queen takes knight, sir. I usually wait for knight f3.
Machalata Bob.
Said. No, that knight was free.
Aha.
Machalata Bob.
Said. What am I doing?
You are moving and not playing chess. That much you are doing. It's a very popular thing to do. Make moves instead of playing chess is the order of the day. Interesting. Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I don't even know where to begin. Let's get another rook into the game, just in case. Didn't even see that move. It's there. Craziness, everybody. Craziness. I don't know if I'm going to have... Somehow I came out ahead. Craziness, despite all of the craziness. Matcha latte, Bob. Aye, aye. Oh no. This game went the other way. This was the game Arsenal fan was up in exchange. But I mean, it's never never easy being up the exchange, ironically. No such thing as an easy game anywhere, I guess. Let's get on to the next one. Let's make sure that I can do the next one. We will advertise the bullet. Perhaps the real reason I don't have to worry about streaming, message all members. Last event of the day. I don't know why I capitalized event. And then, what do we got? Last streamed event of the day.
Matchalata Bob
said, "We have not done 960 arenas recently."
That is true. I actually had absolutely such poor attendance for the 960 that I almost thought about renaming this. But basically this is for everything, all variations. Basically the 960 is for all variations. And I have to create more events today. Copy link address. And we'll put it on the YouTube as well. I'm sorry, on the Discord as well. It was great to catch up with Evie yesterday. I don't know if anyone had checked out the videos and YouTube comments on the Discord, but it was very cool. Where's my multi-chat? Let's put that one in there. Why not? Last streamed event of the day. And now... interesting that it captured that moment in time when I was setting up the messaging. I wonder if I can replace that link with another link. I feel like my camera's a little too low. I don't really need to show. So much of the ceiling. Or so much of, or maybe I'm just not sitting upright. That's what the story is. Just not sitting upright. And a laundry basket in the hallway from my daughter.
Dad, we moved the coffee.
Could be a time to get... What's that?
We moved the coffee table.
Oh, yeah? All of Chelsea's toys. All of Chelsea's toys. Now he's having a field day because all of them go underneath there. But I think we should just raise it up so you can get underneath there.
Like, every time he was trying to get them, I was like, there's probably nothing under there.
No, I think we should bring up the furniture risers and raise it up. And that way Chessie can get to all of his pom-poms and everything that go underneath the coffee station. I may share if I get. So this event and the other event do not happen to get a lot of attendees, unfortunately. And it may be because people just like having more time, or it may be because people believe in their ratings too much. That's a good question. There's a lot of different reasons why. Have I used my... All right. We've got a couple of brave souls. We have 7 minutes and coffee. I am definitely going for coffee. Let me check my Zoom schedule. Where is Zoom? I don't see Zoom.
Arsenal fan Ricky
Said. What coffee you got?
I am switching to decaf at the moment. I have some nice flavored decaf coffees for the Keurig that I use in pinches, in emergencies. This is a long 40-minute arena. I hope everybody sticks it out. Let's pin that message. Where is it? I don't see it making the YouTube. Last streamed event for the day. We'll pin it on Kick as well. But I really don't see it. Oh, because the message is too long? But I don't need it to be that long. All right, coffee, it is time. I've noticed that the decaf coffee keeps my blood pressure a little bit at bay because caffeine causes a little bit of a spike in your blood pressure. And when I was drinking anywhere from 12 to 20 cups of coffee a day, that was not good. So therefore, this is mildly better. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, 12 viewers across platforms. Where is the intermission? We'll do it that way. I'll be right back. Oh, coffee cup. I have 2 to 3 minutes to get back. Always look back and see what you could have done better, what you were planning on doing, and what succeeded, what worked, and what didn't. Always look back at your games, review, and learn. The secret to chess is not moving, by the way. That is one of the little known secrets. Not moving, more thinking. See everything about your possible destination before you move.
It's really all about your diet. You know, you are what you study. And if you study great players, you play great chess.
If they're attacking your rooks, threaten the queen. If they're attacking your queen, threaten checkmate and pawn. And in all cases, you can counterattack with check as an in-between move. Counterattack, the #1 tool, recommended by grandmasters.
Regularly playing Blitz with Hikaru Nakamura, or regularly playing Blitz with someone who literally shows you glaringly what you're doing wrong, like that. There is no substitute for the old-fashioned, just getting slapped across the face when you make a mistake. Just no substitute.
A certain comfort zone soar toward playing correctly, grabbing space, an equal amount of space, having equal chances to win, not letting yourself fall behind in any manner, way, shape, or form by gambiting a pawn unsoundly, like in the Stafford Gambit, but simply playing good chess. The problem is that right now, I believe that Ron is the better player, and nothing's going to change that. The only person that can change that is right here. If you honestly put anyone on a pedestal, then you're already going to have an experience. You're going to have some difficult experiences against opponents. If you put anyone on a pedestal, then you might as well just hang it up because you're not going to be able to beat them. You have to take the bull by the horns, find their faults. They are human like anyone else. And that's all you have to do, is raise yourself up. There are so many people out there who are studying openings instead of learning how to win the game. In other words, if you are studying the London or any opening variation, how much will that really reward you toward winning a game versus learning specific strategic methods, maneuvers, plays, or honing your endgame skills toward pocketing further points and thereby gaining rating points? I realize having the sound over the audio in that intermission clip is not a good thing. So that's not good. I need to create a separate audio track.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, LOL.
I need to create a separate audio track for the Spotify. I wonder if I can do that. This is a job for experienced moderators. I remember when Mad Quick Chess would tell me everything that I needed to know to set up the stream. Usually in OBS. Alright, we're going to play some traditional stuff here, just because he knows what I am going to do. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist, it seems. I can't break habit. And I have given some consideration to the interesting. Pawn takes. This is obviously not a good line for me to take. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Yeah, it was only visually good. I definitely need that to learn that line. Queen h5, obviously I should have just played Queen h5 on Queen f1. So silly of me. Yeah, Queen h5. f3.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, that f5 line is interesting. I know f3 is a thing if it isn't played.
Right? Although this thing is, of course, just lost for black. Just like the b5 line in the Caracan with that plus 0.2. Paraphrasing your previous.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said, LOL.
Paraphrasing your previous fried liver assessment. Plus 0.2. No chance. No chance of saving that position. At least you get Artem. We have 5 players. Love chess. I'm glad that everyone is playing. Thank you all for being here. This is good. Just need one more player to keep the mix rounding out. Arsenal fan with... What opening was this? Oh, the C3 Sicilian with D6. Got it. Perfectly acceptable. Let's check out Real IQ versus Love Chess. Scotch game. Interesting. Bishop takes e3, threatens mate, cripples all the pawns. Although I also like, is it this position? Knight takes queen f3. This is just horrible for black. I don't know why we'd ever take that bishop with this knight. I mean, but it seems to be working out. But are we thinking? Why would we undouble the pawns? Black actually has a very respectable game. Yeah, there were a lot of things that went wrong in that game. If I don't play another game against Arsenal fan Richie, I can still win this event. But I'm bummed. Not that I'm trying to win the event. I realized that I did not bring a water bottle up, obviously. Where am I on this front? We're playing e4. e4 is the #1 way to find out if the opponents know how to play chess. My opponent is transposed into an advanced form of the cow. Let's just do it this way. Why not? Where is that one going? I don't know. I don't know. We need to break molds. Wasn't that interesting? Are we ready for a sealer sweeper? Or do we even want it? Alright, so now, if the sealer sweeper is going to work, we'll find out in just a moment. Really? Knight
Arsenal
takes...
fan Ricky.
Said. Cool position.
Indeed. So he's got only one active piece. So we should remove it. Chances are h4, h5, h takes g6 was probably going to be mate.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Oof.
Can I set up a pawn mate? Whew. For the Rosen Trophy. Very, very lucky. That's all it takes to be very, very lucky. If the opponent's not resigning. Arsenal fan has Sasa. Ooh. Ah. This is a real opponent. Where did you come from? Ah, you came from the Northeast province. 22,500 games. This guy is no joke. This might slow Arsenal fan Richie's roll a little bit. But Arsenal fan is holding on pretty well. Just needs to finish. Surrounding the opponent's king. Bishop check, doubling rooks. What else needs to be done? We might have even attacked the bishop on f4 with the bishop on e3 in that moment. Good pressure by Arsenal. That seems reasonable. That kind of slows us down a little bit on the other front. Well, isn't that a fascinating move? Might play the other move. I was looking at knight e3 there because the bishop was protected. Good, good, good. I'm rooting for Arsenal here, as usual. Knight h4. Oh, nice one. You get to do it again. No, you got to do it again. Now the king approaches. The king approaches. This could be good. Nicely done. He acquitted himself nicely. We are watching this game live, by the way. Yes, we can actually go for the better king and pawn ending of ourselves now. Check, bishop d4. King up. Oh no! There we go. Just enough Gegenspiel. No, that's not a threat. That's not a threat. We gotta... Whew. I can't believe we got skewered like that. But it happens. Sasa, ooh. Sasa. Namaste. Do you play poker as well, Sasa? Like, I'm thinking, how can he be on the same time zone, but for waking up in Vegas, perhaps?